Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the most intriguing questions that science, technology, and philosophy have to offer. Today, we're diving into a topic that has fascinated humanity for centuries: the quest for immortality. But we're not talking about the fountain of youth or magical elixirs. Instead, we're exploring the concept of mind uploading, a theoretical procedure that could allow your consciousness to exist indefinitely by transferring it into a computer or another biological body. So what exactly is mind uploading? In simple terms, it's the hypothetical process of scanning your brain in such intricate detail that every single neuron and its connections are mapped out. This map would then be used to create a digital version of your mind, which could be run on a computer or perhaps even transferred into a new biological brain. The idea is that this digital version would be so accurate that it would essentially be you, complete with your memories, personality, and even your quirks. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone want to upload their mind? The most obvious reason is to achieve a form of immortality. If your mind exists in a digital format, it wouldn't be subject to the biological limitations that our bodies are. No more worrying about aging, diseases, or physical accidents. Your digital self could, theoretically, live forever. But before you get too excited, let's talk about the challenges. The first major hurdle is the complexity of the human brain. Our brains are made up of approximately 86 billion neurons, each connected to thousands of other neurons. Mapping out these connections is no small feat. In fact, it's one of the most complicated tasks that scientists can imagine. To give you an idea of the scale, the Human Connectome project, an endeavor to map the human brain, has been ongoing for years and has only scratched the surface. Another challenge is the question of consciousness. Even if we could map out every neuron and synapse, would the digital version truly be conscious? Consciousness is still a mystery that neither science nor philosophy has fully unraveled. Some argue that a digital copy of your brain would be just that, a copy. It might be able to simulate your behavior perfectly, but it wouldn't actually be experiencing anything. It wouldn't be you in the way that you understand yourself to be. And let's not forget the ethical implications. If mind uploading becomes a reality, who gets to live forever? Would this technology be available to everyone, or only to those who can afford it? And what happens to the concept of life and death when minds can be copied and transferred at will? So far, we've talked about the allure and challenges of mind uploading. But let's dig a little deeper into the technology that could make this possible. One approach to mind uploading is known as whole brain emulation. In this method, the goal is to create a high-resolution 3D map of the brain, capturing the state of each neuron, synapse, and other cellular structures. This map would then serve as the blueprint for a digital brain, which could be run on a powerful computer. Now, you might be asking, how close are we to achieving whole brain emulation? The answer is, we're not quite there yet. While we have made significant strides in brain imaging technologies like MRI and fMRI, these methods are still far from capturing the level of detail needed for a complete brain map. For instance, an MRI scan can show the structure of the brain, but it can't capture the activity of individual neurons. And even if we could capture that level of detail, we would still need an incredibly powerful computer to run the digital brain. To put it in perspective, it's estimated that the human brain operates at about 1 exaflop, which is a billion calculations per second. Early 2022, the world's most powerful supercomputer already operated at a fraction of that speed. Another technological approach is known as gradual uploading. Instead of mapping the entire brain at once, this method would involve replacing small sections of the brain with computerized components bit by bit until the entire brain is digital. The idea is that this gradual process would allow the individual to remain conscious throughout the procedure, thereby ensuring the continuity of their identity. However, this approach also comes with its own set of challenges, such as how to integrate biological and digital components seamlessly. But let's assume for a moment that we overcome these technological hurdles, what would life be like as a digital being? One possibility is that you could exist in a virtual world, interacting with other digital minds. Imagine a reality without physical limitations, where you could create your own landscapes, embark on endless adventures, or even simulate experiences that are impossible in the physical world. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? However, this digital utopia also raises some unsettling questions. For instance, if your mind is running on a computer, who owns that computer? Could someone simply switch you off if they wanted to? And what about hacking? The idea of someone else gaining control over your digital self is a terrifying thought. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the tantalizing possibilities of mind uploading to the ethical and technological challenges that stand in our way. But as we ponder the future, it's worth considering the philosophical implications of this technology. One of the most intriguing questions is the nature of identity. If your mind is uploaded to a computer, is the digital version still you, or is it a separate entity altogether? Some philosophers argue that identity is not tied to our biological substrate, but to our patterns of information. In this view, a digital copy of your mind would indeed be you, as it would contain the same patterns that make you unique. Others, however, argue that identity is intrinsically linked to our biological existence. For them, a digital copy might act like you, but it wouldn't actually be you. Another philosophical conundrum is the concept of the self. If multiple copies of your digital mind were made, which one would be the real you? Would each copy have its own separate consciousness, or would they share a single experience? These are questions that challenge our traditional understanding of selfhood and individuality. And finally, we must consider the societal impact of mind uploading. If only a select few have access to this technology, it could create an unprecedented divide between the digital haves and the biological have-nots. Moreover, the ability to live indefinitely could have profound implications for population growth, resource consumption, and even the fundamental nature of human relationships. In conclusion, the concept of mind uploading offers a tantalizing glimpse into a future where death may no longer be inevitable. However, it also raises a host of ethical, technological, and philosophical questions that we are only beginning to grapple with. Whether or not mind uploading becomes a reality, the very act of contemplating it forces us to confront the essence of what it means to be human. Thank you for joining us on this intellectual journey. If you found this topic as fascinating as we do, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Until next time, keep questioning the world around you, because the quest for knowledge is a journey that never ends.